Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special bong rip edition. Let the ceremonies begin. I am your host, Jimmy. Woo! Reefer Cake.
Oh, baby, baby, it's the same old crap. Same old crap, baby. No. It's the same old crap in the news. Yeah. Jimmy Reefer Cake live stream went in all out on that. Bong rip. This is a bong rip edition of the Jimmy Reefer Cake channel on YouTube. I just hit the bong with authority, my friends. All right. EA 96B in the house. Kicking off the stream. My friends. Now, this is, first of all, I'm going to talk about a little Netflix flick documentary I watched recently, last night and the night before. Kind of split it into two nights. The Age of Rage, and it featured the Charlottesville fucking crazy protests. It had the Antifa, big black dude who's kind of out about the Antifa, big fat guy. He's a good dude. And then they had the Antifa. This documentary really helps to portray the good side of Antifa. Now, I don't know, though. On the other hand, I did see the bad side of Antifa in the documentary as well, in terms of just a lot of, the violence on the streets. I think of quite a few of them. The Antifa would just run up and smash the shit out of some redneck assholes. Fucking redneck. Fuck redneck. I guess you call them Nazis. So they're Nazis because they fucking salute fucking Hail Hitler and all that shit. Hey, Larry Skywalker. Woo. I hit that bong with such authority, dude. The house is cleared. I have full authority. Full authority to bong it up. Now, yeah, and just a quick note is that everything's going awesome, you guys. I'm as happy as can be. And, life is good. A lot of challenges have been thrown at me that were overcome. And now I'm sitting at a place where I'm like, nothing really hurts me. Never want to say that, but anyway, okay. The Age of Rage was a good one. Same old crap, though. Now, the guy they featured in the Age of Rage was just such a fucking douchebag. You can see why everyone hates him. Richard Spencer, right? Is that his name? He's like the little handsome boy. It's kind of effeminate too. I'll give him. He's kind of effeminate. Isn't Richard Spencer effeminate? Is his name Richard Spencer? Right? Somebody just verify that. That bong hit it's setting in really good, so I know exactly who it is. But my confidence in the name is low. But anyway, that guy was such a tool. What do you say about it? Is it's important. It was a good one. It was a good one. Now, I just, beyond the obvious, my main thought is that, like, don't be fooled. This is where Richie Spencer in his little he's like an LL Bean model, and he's sipping whiskey all the time. Like, man, punch him in the face is understandable, even if you didn't know, just for the sake of it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, anyone who just goes around sipping whiskey It looks like Richard Spencer. I don't care if they're a progressive or what. Just punch them in the face. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Fuck. So, but the thing I wanted to say is that don't get carried away and try to, because there's always this little hint when they get into this topic, because Trump, of course, came out after the Charlottesville with a really dumb statement, but also because he knew these hordes were his supporters, so he had to throw some equality at the thing. And so, but then so he really did that, and you get the feeling though that some of these professors and whatnot, they're like, well, because of Trump, this can come out in the open, and therefore are they implying that if Hillary was president, that we wouldn't see, like they're sort of implying, and I'm sure some of them would say, oh my goodness, if Hillary Clinton was president, then I just, it would be just quite much better in terms of the racism and protesting. I really think that's what they think. I don't think there's any proof of that. It's wishful thinking. Don't you guys agree? Tell me what you think of that. I mean, is this really even a necessary thing to talk about? Because don't we know that the Hillary would just lead to a Trump later that could be even worse, right? If it's because what led to Trump in the beginning was the failure of Obama and the Democrats, especially when they had control. So it's not that complicated. Like the general public is like, well, they had control, and then what did they do? They don't even know the ins and outs. Let's just say you just know that at that point they had control, and what did they do? And what happened? You got a bullshit fucking Obamacare that everybody then had to pledge to, like robots, saying Obamacare accomplishment, Obamacare accomplishment, Obamacare accomplishment. Yes, yes, yes. Right? They had to be like, Obamacare was so good. It was like just this thing that became something, instead of talking about the wars, adding wars, right? Like, yes, pre-existing conditions, everybody knows, I had a song, pre-existing conditions. I forget how it goes though. Oh, there's the mail lady. Dang. We got mail ladies up in here, baby. This is good. Okay. Comrade Sammy, what's up, buddy? We're just going to have Kamala or some other Hillary clone in 2020. And a scary crying emoji. Yeah. We're just... So that's my point about the hypocrisy. Maybe that's a good transition, Comrade Sammy. Man, dude, the mail lady was... Yeah, I'm not going to say any more, but it's pretty cool to have male ladies. Oh, man. And it's really nice when the male people take the stuff right up to your door. Yeah, actually, we've had an influx of male ladies, 2 of them. It's always been male man till now. This is good stuff. That like it reminds me of the State of the Union. Trump was like, everybody, this is Trump's moment there. He goes, more women are working than ever. Ah, yes, women. All of you are working more. And it's like it probably fucks with the head of like your traditionalist conservative who's like, wait a second, I thought women were supposed to be in the house, taking care of the kids and everything like that. And then the liberals are like, women power, but they're like, is that really power to work? Or maybe it would be nice to not work. It's like, the economy's going to hell, more people need to work, hooray. And then everyone cheered on all sides on that one, because they're all like, we're rich, we don't have to work, our wives all just fucking tend to the mansion. Right? Wasn't that pretty funny? I thought it was fucking funny. That was a good one. So this is going to be epic. I want to. You think about that Richard Spencer guy, right? I want to be the opposite of him, basically. I want to be the anti-Richard Spencer. You know, I just, he drinks the whiskey just straight, I think, like with no ice or anything. It's kind of fucked up if you ask me. If I'm going to do that, I'll just take a shot, chase it with a fucking, some beer or something. I don't know. I mean, put it on the rocks. He's a fucking weirdo. Besides the white supremacy. But I want to be the opposite of him in every way I can. I hate the way he talks. I mean, no, I won't get into that. Okay. All righty. Let's see here. Majority report hypocrisy. Okay, guys. You're going to get it now. Getting ready for it. Check this out. I'm going full. So let's take this little iPhone here. This works, dude. Here we go.
Whatever.
Take it from the top. Why not do this? This is the whole clip. This is the whole clip, baby. Let's just think I can just have it sitting right here.
Some of the left is too.
Fine.
Tulsi Gabbard announced that she was running.
Wait, did you hear? Let's just pause there. Did you hear how like just saying Tulsi Gabbard is like a disgusting scoff coming out of Brooks? Go ahead.
Program, like I think the threshold from when I think someone's stuff in someone's background is problematic changes based upon what position they're going for.
You fucking smeared her.
Right. Yeah, you run for Congress. There's 435 of them. Is that what it is?
You would know that.
And
wait, just pause there. Why is that funny? That someone would know the number of it's your fucking job. I don't know. This is weird. There's a strange dumbness there. Just had to make point of that. Okay, let's go.
Whatever. Somewhere around there. I can't remember off the top of my head. And
man, they just love him. They laugh at whatever he says.
Remember the specific number. So if you run for Congress, the threshold. But if you're running for president, and you belong to a hate group, or you speak in front of a hate group, and you.
Whoa! See how he goes. He goes. You belong to a hate group. Oh, speak in front of a hate group. That whole statement there is just pure bullshit and really kind of amazing hypocrisy. Levels of hypocrisy that turn me on, baby. Let's keep it going.
There's a little bit of cult in your background.
A cult. Okay. Whoa. What about anti-Semitism and shit like that, right? A cult. Talking about what someone's fucking religion is. I guess maybe it was a cult. Whatever. I don't think that's appropriate. I just don't. That's hypocrisy. Calling it out. Proceed.
Foreground. I start to get a little bit.
They all laugh at that. She's a cult member.
Fellowship to be in the presidency either, right? And so
listen to the laughter. Wow.
There's other people who have different opinions, and because
some people who oppose fucking war.
Right. I have some issues with her.
This clip is rich.
All right. Well, let's just play this because this is really part of our core brand proposition too. I give you Jimmy Dore upon the announcement of Tulsi Gabbard.
Have you seen The Intercept and the Humanist Report coverage of Tulsi? I love Tulsi, but if you read these pieces, you will learn some uncomfortable truth that true lefty indie and journalists have pointed out. Looking forward to it, Lorraine. You know, we're all about reading about Tulsi and learning more about her. Because Tulsi identifies Hindu, I need to hear from her about her stance on Modi fascism, Islamophobia, imperialism in Kashmir, and whether she agrees morally with the caste system that is incredibly sexist against women. Thanks for the donation. I don't have any answers.
I can tell you one thing.
Wait a second. Okay. Before we hear Jimmy Dore's answer, Just let me give you a quick, what are the question? The funny thing is that question was just because she's a Hindu, you feel uncomfortable and you need more of a justification than you do with Obama, who I think butt humped Modi, like butt humped him just in between the butt cheeks. They're very close and they had a few drinks and Obama butt humped him. But Obama's not Hindu, right? Obama's not Hindu. Obama just likes to go on videos and butt hump. There's a video of him butt humping Modi. Yep. It's a hate group. It was a hate group ritual, you see, that Obama was in. But anyhow, Tulsi, though, is a Hindu. You got to watch out for those Hindus, right? Anti-Hinduism, eh? Let's go. Hypocrisy. Come on.
I care less about what's happening in India. Is that wrong of me to not care? I mean, how does that affect me? Yeah, there's lots of bad governments all around the world. Why should I give a shit about another one? I don't understand. Right? Isn't that like saying, like, hey, Assad's not a good guy, and so we should have troops there? I don't understand. None of them are good guys. Look what fucking Israel's doing to medics on their border. That's our ally. Turkey's our ally. Look what we're doing in Yemen with our ally Saudi Arabia. I mean, so this idea of somehow the people in they got her because she likes a guy, and we're in fucking bed with Saudi Arabia. Yeah, no. Well, that's just ridiculous. So you're going to have a different litmus test now for her than you have for every other fucking president, including Barack Obama?
So why do you...
just before we get to their moronic, what they're about to do, it's kind of funny because they really made a mistake there. They should have cut off Jimmy earlier. They just let Jimmy make his point, didn't they? Oh, they didn't let him really go off on it, though. So they kind of fucked up on the editing. They should have been more, selective and then really made Jimmy look bad, right? But he actually was able to explain it. That's funny. But you guys fucked up there. That's not even hypocrisy. That's just a fuck up. Here we go.
Those other governments.
Why do you care what happens in Yemen?
Hold on.
He does care what happens in Yemen there, Sparky.
That's not their version of their parody show, right?
I would never see.
Oh, see, this is a classic move. Let me just just kind of point out this classic move Majority Report does. He just made a joke that is just basically exaggerating, and that's supposed to be funny, right? I don't know how to describe it, but that last thing he said about they're doing a parody show of their own show, right? That's like a joke they do that just isn't. I don't know. It's not funny to me. Go on.
The issue's not that she's Hindu. Like, I don't think she deserves any specific.
It was that she was Hindu a second ago. There, dickwad.
What she has done and her.
What she has done. Let's talk about what she's done. Let's talk about what she has done. The fuck. Fucking, she served her country. That's what she has done. Came back an anti-war fucking speaker, inspirational anti-war advocate. That's what she's done. She saw people in fucking, right? Just go on, you fucking be careful at the airport. Oh, look at this. Mutt is here. I know, my life is so bad, Mutt. I'm able to have fun and just make fun of this stupidity you're hearing right now. Oh, it sucks. You think I care what you think, Mutt? Come on now, son. Say something of interest, though. All right, Tulsi Gabbard. Here we go.
It's extremely intense.
Well, she does go surfing. That makes you a progressive.
That's pretty cool.
There you go. Always with the surfing reference.
It's 3 o'clock. Can we get that in the studio? Could you imagine if somebody's like,
man, they're getting laughs pretty easy now.
Review of first principle. It's like it's 2:45. Put down the phone, Sam. Let your people leave. Stop torturing them.
That is kind of funny.
I just to actually articulate those words like.
Oh, excuse me. Let's take a pause here. EA96B, the comment about special treatment because she's a Hindu a minute ago was not made by anyone on MR. It was made by Doors. Actually, no, EA96B. You listen to when I stopped there, he said that she came from a cult, okay? All right? He started out with this religious thing about her. And Mutt, I'm just going to get rid of you if you just fucking, but here he goes. Mutt says,
it's not stupidity. You literally can't accept the reality.
Okay, bud. I mean, that kind of comment I'm not going to read anymore. Just you're not making any fucking contribution. All right, try to fucking step it up a notch. EA96, your comment was actually on the content. Very good for you. Cults aren't necessarily religious. Okay. Very good, Mike. That's a little better.
About what's going on
don't fuck around, buddy. You'll be fucking kicked out.
And I don't wake up in the morning and turn to the India section of the paper.
I do.
But I know you do. But this is pretty stunning stuff. And I think, this is, I think an example.
Stunning stuff. Is it really that stunning?
For a long time,
another classic majority report.
So much time
I'm stunned.
Policing,
stunned.
frankly, Jimmy's show. I don't think it's
policing Jimmy's show. Exactly. It's not effective.
Video will get 150,000 views, and there'll be a lot of people.
Policing Jimmy's show. That's what he does.
Jimmy Reefer Cake will send in a song next week.
Thank you.
That will sing about.
How many people think we should ban Jimmy Reefer Cake?
Listen up.
It's not that many.
Wow, that's not as overwhelming as you. How many people don't think we should ban him?
Oh.
There's the 90% in the middle.
All right. You see, let me take a pause there. You know what my thoughts are there, don't you? If everybody, do you think I want everybody to want to like me? Because I know that they're upset about my fucking... the fact that I'm taking my views and I'm using it for my views, my platform, instead of just spending it all cozying up. I'm bound to get all these people like Mutt who want to just denigrate me, put me down. I'm not even worth talking to, blah, blah, blah. And the more upset they get, it's just ban him, make him go away. But look, there's a whole other bunch of people who say, you know what? This is pretty fucking entertaining. This guy doesn't give up. They got respect for me, motherfucker. And you go ahead and ban me. But there it is, okay? And they aren't playing my songs. They have some fucking issue. But they're kind of fucking showing what they're made of. Let's keep going.
Whatever, just go on with the show.
Just fucking clap.
Exactly.
He's also a guy who's done a million videos on Syria, and a couple weeks ago was just like Rojava with the Kurds. I didn't fucking know that. He literally didn't know about the Kurdish areas. Anyways,
he's not a leftist.
He's not a leftist.
Oh wait, right there. He's not a leftist. This is what I mean when I'm talking about that. They talk about the left all the time. So this is Jamie, who I love, saying that Jimmy Dore is not a leftist. Okay. The Green Party is not left. But this thing you like to call socialism. What you're that thing you like to call it. What is their fucking organization? Whatever. The DSA, whatever. This is the left, but the Green Party is not the left. No. It's the same fucking thing. What the Green Party is essentially a socialist party. Environmental regulations, environmental care is a socialist fundamentally idea. That's why I think socialism is an inevitable fact as we develop. It must continue to grow in proportion to the environmental devastation and other hostilities that are happening to our world here. But there you go. Jimmy Dore is not a leftist. And of course, Mutt agrees with you. Okay, good story. Oh boy, this is good. This is probably going to be my greatest work of all time. Thanks for joining, everybody. Let's keep going. Is it going to keep going here?
I think he is ideologically left. I think he's just not somebody.
There you go. See? Oh, that's funny, Mutt. You disagree with Sammy, don't you? Mutt just said Thor's not a leftist. Sammy said he is. Oh, see, you got to just settle down, right? You got to settle down, big dog. You'll get it right someday. Don't worry.
He's a dum-dum.
He's a dum-dum.
You're dumbing everyone down, Brooks.
No, like people complain
You're dumbing
about
everyone
leftist
down, Brooks.
on leftist violence.
You're a
when we make fun of
Brooks.
Jimmy Dore. If
You're
you
a poser.
don't care about people all over the world, including on the other side of this bullshit thing we call borders, you're not a leftist. Favorite. Sorry.
Whoa. Wait, who's cheering? I don't know. Half the crowd. Okay, there it was, everybody. Woo, shut that off. That was Kevin Martinez. Good morning. We're on this, dude. We're on this, and it doesn't matter anymore. I think you guys all see that the beauty of it is a win-win. It's all wins. It's just a win-win for me. Here I am exactly where I want to be. Half of the people like me. Half the people hate me. Isn't that where I want to be? And then, in addition, I've been basically, let's do some of the songs that have been, got some songs I've sent in. Of course, the Robot. Yeah, let's play that, actually. I think I can fucking play it, but it would be on my phone, which would be, I'm just going to say, go to DJ QAnon's SoundCloud and check out the entirety of that song, the song that was cut off at 60 seconds, because at that point, the last 30 seconds is when the plot develops, dude. It's when the plot develops. There's some news clips and shit. Basically, what's going on? All right, it's like, you know, in the beginning, I got the lyrics off my top of my head. It's just like Twitter machine, you know, get the likes and the retweets. It's like, you know, attention whore is the program. Want to be bigger than Lindsay Lohan. Robot dreams, robot dreams. So the plot is that this guy, he wants to get big on the internet. He wants to use the internet. And so basically, it's kind of like a character that would be fit, you know, based out of Jimmy Reefer Cake, to be big on the internet, to use this, to get his platform out and get more and more using robots. And so then comes in the professor, who's the mad, evil professor guy, who's like, you know, I'm a gangster, with patented secret technology. A bot that slides up in your DMs and pretends you're friends, but stray away from the approved facts and the Reefertron 420 attacks. With the tweet every 4 minutes and 20 seconds, you're going to get a robot lesson. The bots that I got, the show never stops, and you never know if it's real or not. Blame the Russians, the fucking... Blame the Russians, the FBI, the DNC, but the number one bot man will always be me, motherfucker. The professor. All right. And then it's going to go on. And the thing is, when you listen to these songs and you fucking string them together, they're going to have like a continuity of them in 90-second chunks. DJ QAnon, very much a craftsman, committed to just hitting the mark on shit. And he really got fucked over really bad when they cut off that song at 60 seconds for no good reason. That's taking his art and just cutting it off, and also the storyline that I put together. If you, in the end, there are also these quotes coming out of some news stuff that we did, that you know, from news, and it's about how, you know, basically there was this robot called Ty that Microsoft developed, and Ty basically learned from the internet and became corrupted by the internet. Corrupted by the internet. No, Mud, just stop it, dude. When they cut it off, then they proceeded for Matt Leck to then read the words. In that much time, they could have just played the 30 seconds that was missing. Trust me, it sounds really good. If you listen to that on SoundCloud, you really want to get into it, Mutt, at least listen to the whole 90 seconds. You got to agree, it's cool. I know, Mutt, geez, dude. It's cool, though. At least he's on point on what he's saying. I'm telling you, if he starts to just randomly say, you know, because I see what a lot of these people do. Mutt is one of the better ones, I believe. But on Twitter, for example, I will mute you. You know, like, this is what people do in order to sort of like gang up and feel part of a thing. I'll give you an example. Just recently, and this is just related, and this has to also do how the robots are going to fucking, you know, take over. Like, aren't we already talking about the Russian bots, right? They're everywhere. And everything is actually on all sides. There is no, you think that there's anything the Russians, but if you go to my conspiracy theory, the Russians are so powerful and smart that they can do everything better than us. But no, in reality, even we might at least have some people, we have people of Russian heritage in our country that we can use the superior Russian genetics to do anything that they do. So, you know, like, oh, Jesus, it's pretty funny. It really is funny. Yeah, the hypocrisy is stunning. I love the hypocrisy of how, and I'll put out my challenge right now. I will debate Sam Seder all day. And, you know, there's my challenge to you, Sam Seder. I will debate you on Tulsi. All right? Yes, Sam Seder from the Majority Report says his show is controlled by robots. Well, I'm quite certain that the Russians control. I'm quite certain that the Russians control the. They obviously control the power. Rachel Maddow has said that. No, in reality, yeah, we have 100 times the resources of the Russians, as Kevin Martinez is saying. Yeah, and the thing is that I know that Mutt is not a robot, so everybody, we're gonna have to give him that. But as I've said many times, human beings can become robots, just the same way that robots, yes, robots can become human beings. How does that work? And Mutt is we're not going to say Mutt's a bad guy. Like, I wouldn't say that. But he's kind of mean to me. Or he's sort of, I don't know what it is that draws people to this line of thinking. But I think for Mutt, it all centers around a Jimmy Dore. Like the way that Brooks has done a horrible thing is he's categorized a group of people as, you know, the dumb left. He's made this whole pretend thing that doesn't exist. Whatever you do, go to Jimmy Reefer Cake on Patreon. Here's the deal. I've got Patreons enough now that I got to myself a responsibility. You got a Patreon, you got a responsibility. We're talking $11 a month, and then you got to give $1 or $2 to the Patreon. I don't know what it is. The chat is lively. This is epic, and I have, you know, I'm knock on wood, no technical problems. So. Yeah, the hypocrisy on the Majority Report is stunning when it comes to Tulsi Gabbard. Let me explain more why. You guys like it when I talk about Majority Report hypocrisy? People on the chat, can I hear you say yes? I'm just kidding. But that would be funny if I could have like a live audience. That would be funny. Get everybody mic'd up. There we go. EI96B says yes. I know you like it when I talk about the Majority Report hypocrisy. And it's hard to do without being a hypocrite in my own right, because I always try to say, you know, Jesus, all of the insults that like Brooks does with the dumb left thing, and look what he's done to Mutt now. Mutt has this idea in his head that every like there's this whole category of people who are not of the left, or maybe they are, because then that Sammy and but really, you saw how Jamie jumped in there. And anyone who has a basically is like, it makes no sense when you consider the direct things that Tulsi has in connection with Modi are identical to what Obama has. It's very odd. You know, it's like a large, and if you look at Tulsi's whole like fucking approach, she says she wants to meet with everybody. Even, of course, she met with Assad. She's the toady. You're a toady. Wait a second. What's a toady? Look it up. Did I say toady? Did I fuck up? You're a toady. You're a toady. A New York Times editor named Barry Weiss. I tell you, this lady, she's not nice. She's a toady. She's a toady. Mutt, do you know about that one? Because one of the things that why Tulsi is so attractive is because all of the people who hate her are so disgusting. Because she's a toady. She's a toady. She went on Joe Rogan. Barry went on Joe Rogan that day. She really didn't think about what she was gonna say. Because she's a toady. She just knew that she's a toady. Right? All she knew was that Tulsi was bad. The mother of all bad ideas. Then she had to look on her phone because she couldn't fucking remember the ideas. She's a toady. She's a toady. New York Times is not to be trusted. New York Times has just gotten busted. She's a toady. You guys like this one? She's a toady. I just fucking made it up, motherfuckers. Oh, Barry Weiss, she's not nice. She's a lady who I think twice about trusting, and we're busting that lady for being a toady. Oh man, I'm so fucking into this. You guys like it? Let's rock. That bong hit is propelling me. I'm propelled. All right. Now's the time for all questions answered. Sam, Jimmy, have you ever tried rap? Hell yeah, I have. Fucking, you heard the stuff I did with DJ QAnon. I got let me see. I don't know. It's like I'll just tap to it. All you reefer haters better open up your wait. Oh, I know what it was. All you reefer haters better open up your brain. We're gonna legalize weed in the state of Maine. Marijuana's good and it's in high demand. You got a problem with that? Take the back of my hand. Just kidding. Violence, that's not what I preach. I just like smoking reefer at the beach. I like smoking reefer because it's good. The hater said it's bad and I never understood. I like smoking reefer just to chill. It's better. I like alcohol too, but it could make me ill. If I didn't stand up for the people doing time for it, what would I be but a motherfucking hypocrite? Am I a socialist? Yeah, whatever, man. Some people call me a fucking some civil libertarian. Fucking, but most of all, just try to be a caring man. Something like that. I can rap, baby. I mean, I work on it. My styling. I mean, there's fucking shit out there. Look at the rap I did a fucking rap. What do you call it? When Ronald Reagan came on, and yeah, you love it. Thanks, buddy. Okay. When Ronald Reagan came on, after I did a great song with this 10-foot man guy, maybe I should tell the story of the 10-foot man. You guys want to hear the story of the 10-foot man? I'm going to set my guitar down. Just got to stand up for a second. Oh, you're a little bit stiff here, guys. Come on. The story of the 10-foot man and that song, okay? Be Your Own Religion, where I was supposed to be the ultimate song of just love and individuality, embracing all. I had Comrade Sammy wants to know the story, and I'll just give you the brief thing, and even weave into it the whole Ronald Reagan situation, and with Brooks on the side. Okay, so that song was awesome. You could go, Jesus. Actually, he took down his SoundCloud too. I don't even know if you can get that now. It's weird. I have a copy or something, but yeah, because I just, I usually just give the link to the person's SoundCloud, so then they can get the. So anyway, it was an awesome song. I'm not going to sing it right now. And it went long though, and I did tell 10-foot man, trust me, I would try to just, make it shorter. I think it's going to be too long or whatever. It's really hard to get him to do that, and I was like, fuck it, let's go pretty long, because I had lyrics to fill the whole thing up. If you listen to the whole song, I don't even think they cut it off. I'm not sure, but it was pretty long, but it was funny too. There was smiles and happiness through the song. It was not even there was nothing in that song that had any, no Tulsi lyrics, nothing like that. So then, Ronald Reagan calls in, and straight up, apparently he says that was as a joke, but we'll see. I think it was a joke with a serious. Well, who cares? But I mean, I actually think he was joking. But he was like, I think basically, no more songs for Jimmy. We got to stop. And then I love the joke too, where it's like, Jimmy needs to seek help. I don't know if he did that one too or something, but basically, another thing about this too is that there seems to be some issue 10-foot man mentioned, and I actually didn't even listen to it live on the show that day. All I did was I all of a sudden got these emails from 10-foot man like, oh my God, he was so upset. He was so upset. I don't want to share too much of the details of the emails and whatnot. He was so excited to make this song. Like I really overworked it. That's the big problem. You don't want to overwork one of these songs. That's what people don't understand when they put down the poor production or something. I'm like, dude, don't overwork it. The songs I hardly did any work are the ones they like the most. And besides that, like I said, my emphasis is on using my fucking platform to say what I want to say. And they call me out on that. That's like, yeah. So until they stop me, why would I just be a kiss ass? I'm not that. That's not me. So anyway, that song was a kissing ass song in a way. It was a true love song too. I put my love in there. And still, so it was ironic to have the love song individuality be the one to get that really negative vibe. And then this guy, 10-foot man, he's a sensitive dude. So like sensitive dude, basically he had a Twitter, and I don't know if his comments still exist if he closes YouTube, but whatever. He was always there with a positive vibe. It was great to have him, but it got worse. Okay, that was just the first part of it, and then after that, he was still around, and on Twitter, I could go back and forth with him or whatever. But then what happened is there was another Majority Report person who I don't even know the full depth of it, but I'll give my overview of what it seems like the deal is this person seems to maybe have a lot of different handles or whatever, and then kind of befriended 10-Foot Man, and then they started talking on the phone, like talking or having conversations. This person recorded those conversations and then posted them, like, without 10-Foot Man's permission. A particular segment was actually tweeted out, where it was like, I don't know why, but she was saying that he said something like dumb or bad or whatever. And also, I think maybe 10-Foot Man had a lot of stuff going on. It was like other stuff 10-Foot Man was talking about too, but mainly that. He felt like someone was out to get him on the internet, basically. And I even direct messaged a bunch of people at that moment to report that person on the Twitter and report that tweet. That tweet was reported. Someone just tweeted out someone's conversation, made him pretty uncomfortable. But I think there's other stuff going on in his life, certainly. But anyway, he shut everything down, and he's no longer on the internet or in contact. That's the story of 10-Foot Man. And that's the story of a strange meanness to try to, like, I don't know what you could find bad about 10-Foot Man. He always just said nice things. So it's very bizarre that someone who supposedly was from the MR, is what I'm trying to say. Supposedly, you'd think that nobody within this circle, like even Mutt, is not going to try to, like, record me. And then, it does suck. Thank you, Comrade Sammy. Kind of upset me a little. Like, there's so much different drama going on. If you look at this situation too, that I'd become pretty immune to it. Like, but this Jimmy Reefer Cake is a tremendous part of my life, like in terms of recreation, right? And getting my voice out in the internet. It's been really fun. So I will continue to do that. Regardless of what kind of strange, now I just have to be careful not to trust anyone. You don't trust someone. You never know, like how deep it goes. It's really weird. And that's like another. You get familiar with Adam Rainstopper. I'm not even gonna get into that one too much, except to say, Adam, I love you, man. No big whoop. If I like Tulsi, hope you can just chill and let me like Tulsi. I love your fucking generosity and all the songs we did. We did 5 songs. So that was pretty sweet. Yeah. So Comrade Sammy says, I think they know that account. I didn't. You do, huh? Yeah. Like, it was weird. Like I said, I DM'd a bunch of people who I thought would be people who would immediately, like, because the tweet itself is out there. It's basically, it's like, and 10-Foot Man was in that DM too. And it got immediately somehow switched to talking about Tulsi, or like it got like, it turned into just a chat about something else. And then I was like, because they were saying this or that, I go, Tulsi 2020. And then apparently that makes someone upset. So then I just shut it down. I don't know why. I don't want to name anyone in this, really, because who I put in that DM would be like a bunch. I know, like Lepaco, probably Ronald Reagan, probably all the people who I thought were the real Jamie. I don't know, whatever. I don't know whoever. You can only DM someone who follows you, but I don't know if I just let it go at that point, because it's like sometimes if you make more of a big deal out of it, it probably isn't the best thing for the 10-Foot Man. He's probably taking it too seriously anyway, so he has to settle it down, So that's the story of it. That's the thing. He says he might be reappeared on some other handle that I wouldn't even know, So that's kind of bizarre. I feel like the Tulsi thing is way over. over militarized. When you look at the other candidates and the negatives that they present, it'd be a very better opportunity to push her up and then have her issues go against those other ones. Like, it doesn't come, it's disingenuous, and it reeks of, well, you know what you'll see. And if you look up polls now, and this is where, like, we love you, 10-foot man. Damn right. We love 10-foot man. He's the guy. Thanks, Larry Skywalker. Exactly. That's one reason I go into the story, because I mean, I don't want to get into too much detail, because again, it's like, fuck it, we're not going to follow up on this. Just let it go. It's like, you know, something happens, you don't want to just like keep obsessing on it. Just let it go. Yeah. So Mutt. Okay, here's the problem. Mutt goes, the Tulsi thing is she's a bad candidate whose record needs to be held to the same standard of any other. Yeah. Well, that's why Kamala Harris, you know, when the last clip I shared today, when they go, what Tulsi has done, and they say done, and then you look, her voting record is like 100% on gay rights. She's 100% approval. Her voting record has a lot of good, strong votes. She has some bad votes, but she has a lot of good votes. So it's unfair. Big deal. Big time unfair when you look at the things. But on the same token, I do appreciate, like, Kamala Harris, like when I see them show the bad things about her. Brooke, let me look up, and that's why Mutt and Brooks, okay? I got it figured out for you guys, and I got a little problem you guys are going to see. What you're going to see right now is, I know we share that we like Bernie. Brooks says Bernie. You like Bernie. I like Bernie. And what you're going to see, like, go to some polls or so, just watch what happens. Bernie is going to be way down there. And Tulsi and Bernie are going to be way down in the polls, dude. Right now, in the early ones. And then later, they're going to get momentum together. Like, everything that happens good for Bernie is going to happen good for Tulsi, too. That's a big problem for you guys. Big problem. No, her voting record, Mutt, you're just not being very smart, buddy. Her voting record is 100%. And she put out a big apology video where she actually said, like, unlike Kamala Harris, who never apologized for being locking people up in prison for smoking weed, even though she said that she smoked weed when fucking Tupac and listened to Tupac and fucking Snoop Dogg, even though those guys weren't even rapping. So as Jimmy Dore said, she was smoking the fucking amazing ass weed. And that's the weed that I'm working on creating up here at Reefer Cake Farms. I'm developing a strain that will blow your fucking minds so that you can hear rap from the future. You can hear rap music that hasn't even happened yet. All right, so we go. Tulsi did not go against bringing drugs in from Canada. There you go. She didn't prosecute parents of truant children, which we talk about a lot. Yeah, I mean, that is just exactly how Trump is separating kids from their parents. It's not much different, is it? It's a sick practice. Tulsi never claimed to be part of a Native American tribe and even took a test to prove it. And not only that, is just strikes me as a real Elizabeth Warren. Ah, man. Toasty hands a 10 out of 10 in the Human Rights Watch dealio. So yeah, Kevin and Mutt is saying, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of very factual done things. And there's Kevin just pounding away, as you can see. Whereas Sam Cedar said nothing, no recognition about the actual things that she has done. And I did a video, if you go back on my stream, I think it was a nicely done video where I talked about what does Tulsi stand for. I just went through her platform. It's a fucking perfect platform. It's a Bernie platform. So anyway, the problem is, Mutt, that you think that this here's what you don't get, my friend. You don't get it, buddy. In Brooksy doesn't give a shit. He plays all sides. He's a viper. He's a viper. He'll backstab you. He'll bite you in the face. Put out his fangs and his forked tongue. Fucking Brooks. Brooks is so he's either so wrong and like doesn't get it. Because let's take Cliff Schecter, for example. Mutt, you got to understand this, dude. You're representing Brooks right now. You got to understand this, Mutt. Cliff Schecter hates Bernie, okay? Cliff Schecter hates Tulsi. Cliff Schecter is a big part of that. Voices concocting bullshit. I'm just saying, Mutt, you're representing Brooks, as in, I think you're the only person in here who would defend his stupidity. I hope you don't. Yeah, be yourself. So that's what you have, the Cliff Schecter block, let's call them. The Cliff Schecter block shits on Bernie, shits on Tulsi. Also, have you seen Mindy on Twitter? Mindy's Twitter feed hates Bernie, hates Tulsi, hates Bernie even more than Tulsi. Okay? More than Tulsi. These people hate them both. And Bernie is going to actually get really crushed down by the same people who are crushing on Tulsi. The only way to help Bernie is to help Tulsi too. That's what you motherfuckers don't get. You need to say that they have to team up. You don't get it. That's the fucking facts, dude. And then check it out. At the end of the thing, you can give your delegates to the other people. Is that or not true? I'm pretty sure you can give if you want a bunch of delegates, you can give them to someone. You can play, like, when you bow out of the race. Tell me if that's true or not. That's what I'm demanding of this fucking chat. Is that true or not? There you go. Mutt comes. This is Mutt, the example of exactly what not to be and do. This is what Mutt says. I'd rather help someone who isn't a bigot and isn't a disingenuous closet right-winger. That was such a Brooks statement. That was Brooks. Brooks was in you there because all you have to do in order to justify something is call something a horrible name and use a pejorative. Put them. You just have to call names. That's all. You did it. You already covered it, Mutt. No. You didn't look at her voting record, bud. That's what fucking Kevin Martinez was just talking about. You just call her names. She's a bigot, right? That's what you just said. Now you have to live with that. And that's what I'm saying to Brooks. You have to now live with that, dude. You got to chill it down. And I got to chill it down too. I probably had a few insults. You got to walk that line. I've already been called a Nazi. All right. There's no doubt. This is insane, you guys. This is probably going to be a really epic stream. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. It's pretty, and as well as try to move the conversation. But right now, it's just going to be questions. Give me any questions you got, and then I'm also going to end with a song. I know I'm going to look at that song, or look for that song. Ash, where are you? I really think this is a good one to do. This is a wintertime classic. Play this song all winter, everybody. But what do we got for questions here? No questions. Kennedy Kennedy Crouch is in this chat somehow, but I don't see I don't see Kennedy Crouch because I guess that's how it works. Because Kennedy Crouch was annoying me so bad. I've muted a lot of people on Twitter. Exactly. Kennedy, I think I muted on YouTube, so I can't see you now. I don't even know how to unmute you. Don't know how to unmute you, dude. Okay. So it's funny. So I guess that it's really funny when you mute someone, they just keep like insulting you over and over, but you don't see it. And these other people just see some random person insulting and never getting responded to. Okay. Oh, Mutt, question. What do you have to say about Tulsi calling activists fighting her anti-gay marriage group as being part of a homosexual agenda? That's your question. I have to say that she has since revised her decision, or no, her actual beliefs on that, and had a video where she explained that she believed things that were wrong and hurtful. She clearly said that. Very nice. Kennedy Crouch has been entertaining everyone else, but not me on this wonderful chat. That's great. I don't mind. Get that negativity going, baby. Just, I don't have to see it. It's fine. I used to think muting was a horrible thing. Now I think it's the greatest. Man, you can petition to be unmuted. You have to get someone who's in the circle to contact me and should tell me how to do it. Yes, Kamala revised her beliefs on weed, but she didn't put a video out about it saying that she formally believed things that were wrong and hurtful. No, she didn't. Oh, did she? Wait, she must. No, she didn't. You tell me, Mutt, did she? Someone will tell me. She put a video out where she talked about how her former beliefs were hurtful and wrong. Yes? No, that's because Tulsi's better than Kamala, buddy. Way better. Way better. Way better. It's cold. I turned on Rachel Maddow. And I got so friggin' scared. Apparently the Russians can control our power. I wasn't aware. Oh, Russians. Every time I get this chord wrong. Of course. Take it from the top. It's cold. Little tip, play the full chord progression before starting the singing at all. So you go, this one time, go down. Now you're ready to begin the song, Jimmy. This is a song, as you know, about the Russians. It's cold. Yeah, it's cold. I turned on Rachel Maddow, and I got so friggin' scared. Apparently the Russians can control our power. I wasn't aware. Oh, the Russians can turn it off just with the turn of a switch. And out of the news in the Democratic primary, I like Bernie and Tulsi, but Kamala's a bitch. Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. Oh, Vladimir Putin is so friggin' powerful. gonna convince Rachel Maddow that the Russians are gonna start a new Cold War, 'cause they wanna get real big. And Tulsi Gabbard is obviously a Russian plant. I know it's true, 'cause I saw it on MSNBC. Yeah, it's cold. Yeah. Yeah, it's cold. It's fucking cold. Thank you. Stay warm, everybody. Peace.